Good morning. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Chris Capper and we're at Transwest Truck Trailer RV in beautiful Frederick, Colorado. We're right off of Interstate 25 between exits 235 and 240. Today we're going to be looking at a really awesome coach. This is a 2020 Newmar Dutch Star 4369, and this is the most popular floor plan out there. It's a pre-COVID vehicle, and if you're looking for a modern coach at a great price without the modern prices, this is definitely the coach for you. So let's come over here and check this out. First, I'd like to show we put brand new Michelin Energy XR ZA tires on this right here. These are 365 by 70s on that 22.5-inch rim. We have the Alcoa Durabrite aluminum wheels right here, which makes it super easy to clean, and they always just stand the test of time. I've seen these on 10-plus-year-old coaches. They look great. Talking about standing the test of time, this is the Newmar paint that we have on here. It's BASF paint in the Masterpiece paint finish, and this particular one is the Wiley Graphics. This is the Wiley Graphics right here. You got these nice gold colors, cream and black, that really just stand out, look really nice. So multiple gel coats on top of that. This is going to be a cut and buff paint finish, and what that means for you is that this is one of those paint jobs that if you take care of it, it should last you 10-20 years. I have a 2007 Dutch Star over there. Nobody can believe how amazing that that paint looks on that, because Newmar just does it right. And then right over me, I just want to point out here, I have the Girard Nova package, awning package right here. And on the original option for this listing was a $14,728 option. So that was back in 2020 when they ordered this coach. We've got the door awning right here. And then we also have these awnings here. Now, what's really amazing about these awnings is, you know, you have a wind sensor, so it's gonna go back in when that wind starts kicking. But I'll tell you, I don't know if any of you guys were watching my 2025 Mountain Air video that I did back in July. Well, we had a gust of wind come up, and it was probably 25, 35 miles an hour. It blew those awnings straight up into the air. I was still able to get those awnings back in, and then back in and back out. There was no issues with those awnings at all. So Nova awnings by Girard really are engineered spectacularly, and I wholeheartedly recommend them. Definitely worth every penny. Great engineering makes the life of the coach better, and it makes your camping experience better because you have less worry and more fun. And then we also have 3 awnings on this as well that are the window awnings. And so you'll see one right here, and I have 2 on the other side. And these are just designed to, when you have that low sun coming in the early morning and late evening hours, you'll see it'll kind of cut that out. Plus they just look really cool. And during that wind gust that we had, I did have these out there, and these were not affected at all. They were totally able to take that 25 to 35 mile an hour wind gust. All right, so kind of got that out of the way. Let's talk about this. So I have on this right here, this is a 150-gallon diesel fuel tank, and I can fill it on either side, passenger side or driver side. I can also fill them both at the same time, so that's really helpful. And then you'll notice that we have the chrome package. So all these handles are going to be chrome, and then we have this nice chrome piece at the bottom here. And now think of this, we have the 2025 models out. This is a 2020, so this is about a 5-year-old coach, maybe 4. And just look at how remarkable that is. There's so little issues on this. I'm so impressed with this. Being that this was upgraded, these are all, you can actually unlock and lock these with a key fob. And using that key fob, you can also unlock and lock your door. So everything's electric, which makes it really nice. And then here they optioned on this coach was the Dometic cooler, and you can actually set these for like refrigerator level to freezer level. And this is, I think it's like a 3 cubic foot. Thought I had that circled on here, but it's about a 3.77 cubic foot freezer. And that slides out, and what's really neat, it runs off a 12 volt. or 110, but that slide will come out so far to where even when your slide is out, you can still access everything that you need to. So it makes it really nice. Now, another really cool thing about Newmar is just we talked about their construction techniques. In 2016, they upgraded all of their products on the diesel to the Star Foundation, which means strong, true, and robust. So a couple of things with that. First, we have these really great bead foam insulation on the doors. I have more insulation between the bottom and the inside than any other manufacturer out there. I have insulation between the basement and the interior of the coach. But if you want to come in here, you can look right in there, and I'm going to come on this side. You'll see that these right here where I'm pointing to, these are your rails, right? This foundation goes above the rails, super strong tubular steel, comes all the way out to the outside edge, comes all the way down, and then I have this truss piece that goes all the way down to this first part here. And what that does is it brings, first it fully supports the outside of that coach, the edges of the coach where a lot of that weight is. Your slides are there and everything, and it brings that weight down lower than the rails, which gives you a much lower point of gravity. So with the Star Foundation, it is the best foundation in the industry, bar none, if you're looking at any Class A motorhome. Secondly, the best insulation. This is everything between my steering axle up front, and then that first axle right there is going to be heated with that Oasis 50,000 BTU heater. So this is going to just give your family years and years of happiness. Nice pull-out tray right here. You can add one to there if you would like. Our parts professionals and service professionals would be happy to do that. Just give me a call. And then right above these, I have a outdoor entertainment center. So this is a Samsung 4K TV with a Bose. I think this is a 300 soundbar on this right here. And what's really neat is I can actually play. If I want to watch the game, I can have the game playing. If I want to listen to whatever I'm playing, I can actually play that from inside and come and let it play out here. I can also Bluetooth directly into there. Got both of my remotes right here, and then I can also plug in, I have 2 electrical outlets and 2 USB outlets in there as well. So you can charge your phones if you want to while you're out here. And you notice that this is a metal slam latch, so that's just going to last you for years. The tagline for Newmar is when you know the difference. And when you know the difference, you know you need to get a Newmar, because objectively they're the best built in the industry. And they're the best built because of little details like that throughout the entirety of the coach. And I'm skipping a lot of them for time's sake. So you notice I have a camera there. So I have a camera here, on the other side, in the front, and in the rear. And what that is doing is letting me have that omnidirectional camera view, which makes it a lot easier to park. So if you're scared to park this, don't worry about it. You get that God's eye view looking straight down on you. So if we didn't have enough storage in those first 3 storage bays, I've got more here. I can also control my my awnings from there, but if you're smart, I'm going to put these in there. It's warming up quickly out here. That Colorado sun's beautiful. If you're smart, you'll also have this, so you can put those remotes. You can use this remote to put your awnings in. But if I don't have this and it's starting to get windy and I really don't want to test the engineering on this, I can do it right here. So if I'm just sitting back, kicking with my wife, my daughter, my friends, having some drinks and enjoying nature as God intended, and if I didn't have that, because I might have forgotten it, I can just shut them right there. So right behind here is going to be my 105-gallon water. Again, this is in that heated compartment. So 105-gallon fresh water. We have a 65-gallon gray and a 45-gallon black tank. So coupled with 150 gallons of fuel. And right here, this is going to be, in front of that's going to be your pegboard, so you can put tools in there. You can also have some of your fluid. I always recommend having some additional diesel exhaust fluid, Oasis. You can have your oil for your generator, your engine, things like that. Being that this is on a Spartan, there is a, which I forgot to mention, but we'll get to that in the back. Spartan has a nice customer care kit that has belts, filters, all the things that you might need. So again, if you're ever curious about which, oh, I didn't even talk about that yet. So this is going to have that passive steering axle right here. So when you're steering, if you're under that 20 miles per hour, or and you're going forward or in reverse, this tag axle will actually steer. And what that does is it steers up to, with the size of these tires, they'll say 17 degrees, but really it's about 12 degrees. It gives you better than a 60-degree wheel cut up front, and you can really turn these super easily. We also talked about that low center of gravity, right? Newmar invented Comfort Drive, which is another steering thing that makes it super simple. So these are really the easiest coaches to drive on the market. And with a 43-foot coach, don't worry about that being so big, because again, we talked about the omnidirectional camera. We have the Comfort Drive, we have the passive steer tag axle right here. These are so simple to drive. So here's my diesel exhaust fluid. I can fill that on both sides, so we'll get to that. I'll show you that to you on the other side as well. And then here, being that we have I have two batteries right here, and then these are my 2 battery cutoffs. So for example, this morning after my wash bay was done with it last night, they went ahead and disconnected those breakers. So I had to make sure those were properly set so I could use the key fob. So let's just take a moment to take in the beauty of this back area right here. So what you can see is on the Spartan K2 chassis, we've got the 8.9 liter Cummins engine in here. I've got the omnidirectional camera system here, but I also have my rear camera there that works at night as well, and I can see when I'm hooking up to towing. So here I've got the tow brake right here, so this is air, goes right into that Spartan. So anytime you hit the air brakes, it's going to go ahead and translate that directly to your tow vehicle or your towed. Really recommend using Air Force One. I think that is the best system out there, and that just naturally just works. Our guys will set that up for you. 7-way plug right here, and then here I have a 15,000 pound tow hitch. So you can tow up to 15,000 pounds with this. So let's go over, first of all, just take a moment to look at what great shape this coach is in. So it looks great. So one thing Spartan is really good about doing is making sure everything here is easy to access. So I can get to all my fluids here, I can check my fluids, I can add to the fluids, makes it very simple to work on. Now, a lot of people ask me, well, why should I buy from Transwest? You know, this other mom and pop shop has it, or this big dealership has it, or has something over here. So first and foremost, we are a chassis shop. So right behind me is a semi truck that's doing something over there. The reason the semi truck's here is because we have the top level Spartan and Freightliner techs here. Golden Fire Department, a lot of local fire departments, police, big trucks, they come here to have their work done. So when something comes into Transwest, the first thing we do is we do oil change, generator oil change, engine oil change. We make sure that all the belts are good, the filters are good, anything that needs to be done with that, we take care of it here. We don't have to send it out there. I worked at another dealership that would have to send their stuff here the few times they ever wanted to do anything on the chassis. So we make sure that's done for you first. We also do a front tire alignment as well, because we don't want you driving down here and then skew into the left or to the right. So we just make sure that this is as good as we possibly can make it for you. And knowing that you have this Cummins L9 engine right here with on the Spartan K2 chassis, 450 horsepower, 1,250 foot-pounds of torque. You can tow 15,000 pounds with this. What that means for you and your family is that you can get up in those mountains and you can just get out and have fun, right? So whether you're in the mountains or you're in the beaches of Florida where I'm from, this is a great coach for you. So one of the things that made that engine bay so exciting is that there wasn't a big radiator in front of me, right? And so I have a side radiator on this, and it's really neat because the experts at Newmar, what did they do? They went ahead and they painted that exactly to match. And then you notice we have the chrome package. Well, they also put the chrome package on here. So everything matches really nice. We'll show you this from the inside, but this is your egress door. If anything were to happen, there's another way for you to get out. And there's a little ladder that comes out too. For the most part, people use these just to load up the back of the coach. So I could hand the boxes of stuff to my wife, and she could put the towels in the bathroom and the shirts in the closet and stuff like that. Here I have that other spot to do my diesel exhaust fluid right here, so I can fill that up right here. And then you'll notice, before we get too far, you'll notice I've got those two nice window awnings. One is for the bathroom right here, and the other is for that living room. And then speaking of that, I have a little spot here to stow a gravity hose. So while it's not necessary with this coach, I always recommend having a gravity sewer hose as well. So I'll show you why it's not necessary, but it's always good to have it back up. I was a Boy Scout when I was young, and the thing is be prepared, right? So here I have this Thetford Sanacon macerator, which basically is a blender. It blends all the solid waste and makes it into a fluid, like a smoothie fluid, right? Just don't drink it. So this right here extends about 20 to 25 feet from the coach, but you can actually hook up a hose and extend that up to 200 feet. So if you're at your friend's house or your relative's house, you can, and their septic tank's a little farther from where you're parking it, you don't have to pull a Christmas vacation thing here, Griswold family tradition, dump it down the sewer. Don't do that. You can actually get 200 feet and get that over to your septic tank or sewer system. Whole house water filter right here. I also have this nice powered hose reel right here for my fresh water. So, and I can just hit that, bring that right back in. So little outdoor shower. This is where I turn that blender on, that Sanacon on. I can turn my water pump on right here, and I have three low point drains here as well. So, and you'll notice this, lastly but not least, this is my where we winterize. So Newmar has made this super simple to winterize. Now, if you don't want to take any chances and you want to make sure the winterization is done properly, you can bring it to our service professionals here. We will winterize it, and we actually will guarantee that it's winterized properly. And we have some ways of doing that, and if we mess it up, we're going to take care of it for you. So here I have a 50-foot, 50-amp power cord on a power cord reel. So I can bring that in right here. So look, man, this has got to be one of the cleanest, that might be new. This looks like one of the cleanest power cords I've seen, but that just comes right back in. I have a automatic transfer switch with a surge guard on that, so that's going to help in case you get a power surge at the campsite. Not all campsites are known for their clean and pure power, right? So we're going to make sure that we're taking care of you. And here is one of the best features of this coach. This is the Oasis. Some of you guys are familiar with the AquaHot. AquaHot is a high pressure, well, first and foremost, this is a hydronic heating system. It's a dual loop configuration, so I have a loop for the rear and a loop for the front. And I have two elements that are electrical, and I have one diesel burning element. That diesel burning element goes into a stainless steel tank. This is a low pressure system, so that means if you know how to use just basic tools and you can read schematics, if you wanted to, you could work on that yourself. Now let's look at a AquaHot. An AquaHot system is a high pressure system. So what does that mean? That means that it's going to need more maintenance, more fuel, it's going to be noisier, and it's going to have more exhaust. So additionally, with the Oasis, it's the opposite of all those things. With this right here, the amount of exhaust it puts out is so minimal that I had it on in a bay one time because the inside was 26 degrees and I was going to show it to a young lady, and I forgot the Oasis was even on. Within 45 minutes, it warmed the entire coach, and then when I was showing the outside of it, like the Oasis was running and I could hardly even tell it was going. So you'll see these a lot on yachts and boats and stuff where they need to have stuff that works and doesn't break. And if it does break, it's easy to fix. So we've already seen the other side of these bays right here, so that's what the other side looks like. But just notice here, I've got that screw situation over there, never used. That's to get these awnings, not awnings, that's to get these slides back in if they get stuck. They didn't need to use it because Newmar has the best slides in the industry. This is for the awnings if they get stuck out, and this is some extra porcelain tile for you. Notice none of that was used. So pretty exciting here. I have 8 190 amp hour batteries. These are AGM with a date of November of 2023. So they are 13 months old. AGMs last a long time. So if I'm doing this math right in my head, I think that is about 1,520 amp hours of batteries. So one benefit to these right here, especially in the 2020 on those lithium ion batteries back in 2020, all lithium ion batteries are sensitive to cold, but they definitely had some more issues back in the day. So knowing that that has that much on the lithium ion, on the AGM batteries, 1,520 amp hours, pretty cool. My other side of my dual fuel for my diesel, and then got my, let me get over here, my chassis fuses. And I'm not gonna spend a lot of time here, but because my generator is running, this is my side view camera right here. But I should have pulled that harder. So on the front of that, what you'll notice is I've got the diamond shield. You'll see a couple spots where the diamond shield did its job. It's a couple little dings in that, but it's protected the paint, and that's ultimately what we're trying to do. So, and then in here, main reason I wanted to show you, this whole piece will come out if you need to do service on that generator, but this is a 10,000 watt Cummins quiet diesel generator. Pretty great. We got a hot water line to the generator right here, my 2 air horns, hydraulics, all that. So I'm not going to waste too much time, but just wanted to point out that this does have that generator upgrade. So between that 150 gallon fuel tank, 10,000 watt generator, 1,520 amp hours of batteries, and 105 gallon of fresh water, you could boondock for a long time in this. Bonded windshield right here, so that's really nice to see. And then coming back to the front, we got those 2 mirrors right here, heated and chrome, so you get that bus style mirror. And then if your friends are here, they can get that door, hit that doorbell for you and let you know that they're there. You also have a way to get in and out of your coach without using your key, so a keyless entry system. And what's really cool is I can actually lock not just the door, but I can lock every single one of my cargo bay doors with just a push of a button right here. And then you'll notice we've got the chrome on the steps here as well. And then I have 2 storage areas coming in, because why not? We have a room, so I've got this height of storage in here, and then here I've got the entirety of that storage. So you can put boots in there, dog leashes, whatever you might want. And then this whole piece comes out, so when you're traveling, you don't have to feel like you're sitting over a cliff. And you'll notice we have these nice LED lights that are just lighting our pathway in, and a really good screen door. So I'd like to invite you guys to come in with me and show you the inside of the coach. I'm gonna get a sip of water. And so what I want you to see here, I'm gonna shut this door, is you have plenty of room to get around and do what you need to do. So I can access my refrigerator, freezer, I can access the bathroom back there. And then I can also, let me put these out. So I'm gonna put these slides out right now. And you'll notice that I've got this nice, first of all, they're quick and they're quiet. And on the right side is a full wall slide. So this is a 3 slide coach. I have 2 on the passenger side, 1 on the driver's side. And this is called a more floor slide. And a big reason for how they why they put that star foundation in was to be able to support the porcelain tiles down this entire length of the slide. And they are, Newmar is the first one to actually come to market with something like this. And up to a few years ago, they're the only ones. So I'll tell you, those tiles are very heavy. So you can see there's plenty of room to get around. So what you're kind of looking at here is the Wiley decor and the wicker glazed maple. I'm going to put this bed slide out. A couple other features on here I don't want to forget is that we have the electric heat below the tile floor. So I do have that running right now because it was a very cold morning. This is another thing that we did on this, or whoever ordered this did. They made this an all-electric Dutch Star. So with that, you're not going to have that big propane tank, so it gives you a little bit more storage capabilities. You also have the induction cooktop that we'll get to, and a 2800 watt inverter. It's a pure sine inverter. All right, if you'd like to join me in the bathroom. So you'll see this is my egress door, so I can actually have that already set to open up. So we can just open that and easily load or unload stuff from the back of the coach. This is a false panel on magnets that comes out. You'll notice there's a chrome ladder back there that drops down so you can get in and out. Now for loading purposes, most people are probably not going to utilize that ladder. And then I have two locks, so that just gives you double the capability, or makes it safer for when you're driving, so that's not going to pop open. And there's no way to get in from the outside to that without breaking something, right? In here I have electric shades, so if I don't want somebody to see me getting ready in the morning, I can just shut that shade, keep the night shade or the day shades down. So there's going to be two shades with the MCD shades. Nice porcelain Dometic toilet on that macerator system. What I'm standing on right now is the engine compartment. So if your mechanic needs to access the forward side of the engine, they can actually remove this right here and remove that and get to what they need. And our mechanics are really good at taping off your tiles to make sure everything is going to be nice and safe for you. So if you notice in here, let me kind of get right here so you can see, I have a nice safe right here. So, and you have 3 shelves there. So if you have maybe a personal protection device that you want to store in there, or some jewelry or something, you can just keep it in there, lock that up. You can see these are pretty heavy duty, and that is secured to the actual frame of that bolted behind there. So you'll notice I have this right here, so this I can hang things on. There are actually 2 more pieces that go right here. So another shelf can go here and here, and those are under the bed. So I noticed that earlier. So if you really want to hide that safe, you can just put those in front of it. Here they had the shoe garage installed, so those are shelves put in there. You notice everything is nicely lit. And then I also have additional storage pieces back here. So I have shelves. If I want more hanging space, I could take those shelves out like we did on the driver's side of the coach here. And then down there, you're probably going to put stuff that you don't really need to access too often, but they're there. So you might, like if I'm in Colorado and I might have my snow boots down there, right? Because just a few years ago, it snowed on September 9th, right? And it was not a small little snow. So nice to be prepared for everything. So I thought Florida weather was crazy, guys. Man, when I moved to Colorado here 5.5 years ago, it's a little crazier here. So nice cabinets right here, plenty of space for everything. And I have the exact same setup right there. And then I have not only do I have a 110 outlet here, but I also have one back there. So the benefit of that is you want to store your electric shaver, guys, or ladies, you want a hair dryer or curling iron or electric toothbrushes charging, you can actually keep it off of the counter space. So my wife is huge about not having stuff on the counter. So that's a good way of making her happy. And still making sure everything's plugged in when you need it. So same exact setup there. I'm not going to waste your time with it, but just know it is there. And then here on this nice solid surface countertop, these undermount sinks are just perfectly sanded into that, it feels like one piece. I cannot feel the difference on that. His and her sink with this nice, kind of like a gunmetal, a little more of a bronze to that. Plenty of storage under here, so I'm just going to get, at least I got it not 100% level on the coach, but to kind of show you what we got here. So 4 drawers, and these drawers open long, right? So I think, and they're soft close, so I think that you probably can figure out a place to store everything you need to here. So I want to show 2 more things before we get out of this coach. I'm sorry, the bathroom here is this, I think this is about a 40 by 30, could be off a little bit, but it's a very large, might be shower. I call these the honeymooner showers because you can see you could easily fit 2 people in here. And I have this nice teak seat, so you can sit down on that seat right here. I have this. I'm not going to move these because we are winterized and there was a little bit of fluid here this morning. But this is a raindrop shower, and then I also have this piece here, so I can use that hose to get everything low or high. You notice this little blue eye. So that means that if I have this on recirc, which I do, so recirculating, my aquamizer will actually run everything through from the potable water tank, through the Oasis system, up to here, and then back into the potable water tank. When this turns into the red eye of Sauron, you know it's nice and warm and you can go ahead and take your hot shower, okay? Now, you do not want to use that when you are using city water because it's going to take it from the city water source, run it through the Oasis hydronic heating system, and then it's going to put it into your 105-gallon fresh water tank. Well, guess what happens when you've done that enough? It's going to overflow. So there you go. And then we also have a nice little mobility grab handle right here. Good solid surface, like faux tile right here, real tile here, and then plenty of space to put what you need to. And then this will lock, so when you're driving, that's not going to slam open. This doubles as not just a handle, but a place to put your towel. And then here's a nice place for a robe. When you want to see what you look like, full length mirror right there, so you can see everything. And then by the way, this door is very heavy. And then right in here, I'm going to open this and kind of get out of the way. So here we have a stackable washer and dryer, and that is vented out. And on the door, you'll notice on both doors, there's a little piece there that's designed to kind of put a broom or a mop or something. So the prior owners installed those. Those are really good. And then as we're leaving here, I just want to point out that we have this nice cathedral style ceiling right here. So this is rounded, gives you just more height. We have 83 inches on the regular decks, but this does come up a little bit. So this gives you a little bit more of that radial look to it and feel. So coming in here, I've got a Premier Sleep Number mattress, and I know it works because I just filled it up this morning and everything worked fine. So very, very comfortable mattress right here. By the way, all this wood that we're looking at, it's all real. The front is real, the bottom is real, the inside's real. Everything that Newmar's doing is just amazing on that. I have a GFCI outlet back there, and then you can probably see it if I open it that way. And then on each side, I have a little disc that I can pop a tube down for like a CPAP machine, a BiPAP machine, oxygenator, whatever you want. So, and if you're up in Colorado and you're from where I'm at, from in Tampa, an oxygenator might be nice if you're not used to the altitude up here. On each side here, I have a little storage space for massage oils or whatever you might want to put in there. Just keep it out of sight. And then I have 2 110 outlets plus 2 USB outlets, and then nice solid surface throughout that matches everything. Little place that you can store stuff under here. As a matter of fact, the only carpet you're going to see in a Newmar Dutch Star is going to be on each side of this mattress right here. So you can store things down there. You don't really have to worry about that stuff getting dirty because nobody's really walking on it. Remember we talked about those 2 shelves that they had moved out? They've placed those right there, so those are available to you if you would like them. We also have a chair right here. I have the extra leaf for that hide-a-leaf dinette over there. and then all of my vacuum stuff. So I'll show you where that goes, but you can actually vacuum the inside of the coach and all the bays by hooking that up. This will extend to the very front to the rear interior, and your storage bays, you can do that as well. So, and then the very rear of that is that controller for your mattress, your Premier Sleep Number mattress. If you notice right here, we have this really nice ambient lighting, and what is right behind here is going to be your HVAC system. So I'll have three, I believe they're 13.5 or 15K Penguin heat air conditioning systems up here. I don't see it listed, but and then the intake and outflow are going to be right behind here. So you can actually just pop this down, change those filters super quick. You can change all the filters in the entire cab in your entire coach once you get used to it in 5 minutes or less. They're really not difficult at all. So coming over to this side of the coach right here, we have this nice smoky mirror. So you don't have to be inside. You can actually be out here inside the bathroom. You can be out here seeing everything that you want to see. And then you'll notice this nice fascia that we have throughout the coach. So we have this ambient lighting behind it, and just looks really nice. Got nice architectural design qualities right there. And then right between my two wardrobe closets right here, I have a nice, probably a 43-inch Samsung 4K television. So here I have a little place to put my remote, which I'll show you that up front. And I have another remote another place to put one up front. So here's my two wardrobe cabinets. So I can store, shirts in there. And then there is a light here. It's not automatic light, so I turned that on before we came in. So I'll turn that off now as we're leaving. I have 5 drawers down here. And so pretty deep drawers, just kind of give you an idea. So you can store lots of clothes in here. I have seen, since we have such an extensive closet in the back, I've also seen people install drawers in here as well to get additional drawer space. But frankly, I mean, this has more space than I know that my wife and I would need. Although my wife might debate that point. So again, plenty of space. And then if you look right here, this is my audio visual compartment. So I have a Sony Blu-ray player in there. If you want to hook up a satellite dish or a Starlink, you can actually do that and have some of those pieces in here. So I can have my dish or DirecTV set-top boxes in here and controlling this TV. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 televisions in here, because if being outdoors wasn't enough, if you're in bad weather, you can find 4 different places to watch TV. So I think we covered everything in here. Just don't want to miss anything. So let's go to this storeroom right here, or the half bath. So first I'd like to point out how this opens. This is on a split hinge right here. So what that does, it just makes that opening to where it's not sticking this out all the way. And so the key on that is this is only coming out about 1 foot, right? So when this slide is in, I can still get in and out of this bathroom, which what that means is I don't have to have my slides out to use my bathroom, my pantry, my refrigerator, freezer, my microwave, any of the stuff that I need to. So here, another porcelain toilet with a macerator system. I've got some storage behind the door. My electric stuff is all nicely labeled right here. I do have a little bit of storage space there, but more electric. Everything's nicely labeled. Really what I want to point out, and I'm going to step out, we got a GFCI outlet here, more storage here, and then I have a beautiful bowl artisan sink right there. And so you can see you have all of the capability in the world to store stuff between the 2 bathrooms that you have. And at the very bottom of the floor, you'll notice that I have 2 pieces. I have a piece to put my vacuum, my central vac, and then lastly, I can sweep everything in and just hit it right there, and it'll suck it right down there for me. I don't need to worry about trying to get down on my knees and use those dustpans, right? So now I'm just going to circle right back. We're going to do a little circle around the camera here. And so this is our pantry. First, I'd like to point out how nicely lit this pantry is. These are all on slide outs. So that means that you can get everything on the very rear to the very front. Very simple to use. These shelves are adjustable, so if I needed additional storage or I needed more storage up high, maybe one less shelf, I could just take this whole piece out. Now, you'll notice that these aren't all equal, so somebody probably did adjust this one. So you could actually adjust this up or down. You might want to put like your rice or pasta down there, but just know anything down there is not on a slide out tray, so you're going to kind of like, it's going to be harder to get. So if you don't like that, you can actually drop this down to the lowest position right here, and then you would get a little bit more space there. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 slide out trays on that, so pretty cool. Now this is a Whirlpool refrigerator freezer, and this is actually not attached right now because when we were going through everything, this coach had so little issues, but one of the things is we had to replace, I think, the line to the ice maker, so this isn't actually attached. So there's a little note up there saying, you know, just be careful. So this is where the ice maker will drop that ice for you. I have 2 different storage compartments here, so plenty of storage space in this nice residential Whirlpool freezer. I can get my water out right here, so just put my glass right there, fill that up. I'll tell you, in Colorado, you want to drink a lot of water. So, and this is pretty cool. So not only do I have a whole house water filter, I have a water filter right here. So you know, I like to drink a scotch or bourbon at night, and I don't want to taste the water in the ice. I'll put usually 2 ice cubes in that. I don't want to taste that. I just want that to open it up, open up the flavor of that. So here we have that, and then you also have a fresh flow air filter. So if you're storing scallions or other vegetables and stuff, sometimes that can add a little bit of a scent to your refrigerator. That's going to help keep that scent low. And you'll notice that this piece is out, but this actually is a adjustable shelf right here. I'm not going to mess with it, but that actually goes in there, and then you can actually have that here or have it pushed back there. So plenty of storage in the doors as well. Now, they have added additional capability. So this is how you normally would just shut this for driving. And then they've added these 2 pieces in here as well. These are child safety locks. If you don't want those on there, certainly I can have this taken off for you. So we're gonna switch over to this side and look at how much, first and foremost, I wanna show you how much storage space we have. So let me get this out. So if I want to cook on this, I have plenty of places to cook. And you guys know I was cooking in the Navy. I do like cooking. So I have plenty of storage space. If I just want to present some sandwiches or snacks or whatever, crudité, you can do that with plenty of space right here. Now, right under this right here, I have an induction cooktop. But what I want to show you first is a cutting board right here. So for someone who's not quite 6'1", which I am with these boots, if you're down here, it's a little bit better of a cutting place. I'm going to be doing that right here and cutting the onions and garlic and taters, anything harder that my wife doesn't want to handle. And then true induction cooktop, I can set the exact temperature, a lot different than most of your induction cooktops at home, I get it. I can set the exact temperature and the time on this right here. So with your pot, you can do slow cooking. You can do multiple hours at a low temperature and get a nice stew going. So that way after you're done hiking, you can come back and have something. This is removable, so this does come out. So I can take that outside and I can cook with it out there. So let's put this back. And you'll notice that they option in this really long window right here. I do have the day shade down right now. And then, so you get a lot more light coming in here and you can get an idea what's going on out there. So for storage right here, let's just take a quick glance at all this storage. I'm gonna open these real quick and then we're gonna go back. So 2 shelves here, 2 here. This is on a slide out tray. All the original owner manuals are gonna be right there. Soft close with that. All your original paint, so you have the paint codes right here. So if you have a chip or something, scratch, you know exactly what paint codes they were. Here's the Newmar Country Club. I'm going to spend 30 seconds on this. Newmar Country Club is an owners group for Newmar owners, and I really recommend joining them. They have camping, pretty much every weekend throughout the country. They have camping trips happening. They'll have major quarterly meetings, and they have a major annual meeting. At that annual meeting, Newmar will be there. They'll have their techs there. They'll take care of your issues that you have, well, ones with your coach at least, and you just sign up with them. Over here, a little bit more space, great for your spices, anything like that. And then another adjustable shelf right here. All these shelves, by the way, every cabinet, medicine cabinet to food cabinet to storage over here, they're all going to be carpeted. So reduce vibration, minimize noise, minimize sliding. So this right here is going to be a nice residential microwave, sensor cook, steam simmer. For the steam simmer, you just actually put water in there in a dish, and then that will actually steam and simmer your food. You can also use that to clean. So nice convection microwave right there, so you can convect bake, convect roast, and defrost all of that right here. Under here, a little place for your sponges and whatnot, and scrubbies. And I have 2 pull-out trays, so I'm gonna you can put a recycling and a regular trash can right here, or just have a regular little trash can with your trash bags there, and no soft close. And then another place, so if I have my Dawn dishwashing and all that other stuff, that's all going to be right there. Now right there is where I can store all these pieces up here, so a little place to tuck those in. And look at this beautiful European style. This comes out. I got spray and flow capabilities right here, and under there I got dual stainless steel undermount sink. So great sink right there. You can do your washing and your rinsing all at one time. I would do wash, rinse, and then whoever's drying is going to be right there. Notice I don't have a dishwasher in here. Some of you guys don't like dishwashers. This is a great coach for that. If you want a dishwasher, probably can get one in for you, but I have to check. So lots of storage space in here. And then here's where I have a lot of the remotes for the different systems. And then more storage right here. So, and then do the little hip check right there. And with that, we're going to come over to here. So this right here, more storage. Again, what do we have? Carpeted storage, and I have these European style hidden hinges right here, and that's going to keep everything in there nice and taut. Here I have these 2 shades. So we talked about these. Which one is this? This is for the living room. So if I want to put my day shades down, or my night shades down, day shades already down, I can just do that. So I did that with a remote, and they're all going down around the coach. Helps when I'm not blocking them with the, pull these down here. There we go. So that's how you do that. And then remember I told you there's 2 places to store these. So there's one there, and then this right here, there's a little space over there for that one. This is your buffet. It's got the hidden, so you can actually put your piece in there to extend that out, and you have an additional, at least one additional chair I saw in there. And then that's a folding chair designed to match all the decor. Lots of space under here, so got space all around this. And this is going to be that same countertop that we solid surface countertop throughout. Sitting over here, I've got some of the most comfortable reclining chairs I think ever invented. So these right here, I can just sit back here. Man, this is I'll tell you right now. So I have neck issues, some lower back issues. This gives me good neck support, pretty good lumbar support. I probably would put maybe a little more lumbar support there. Very comfortable. I could easily take a 3-hour nap there And we talked about TVs. So if I want to watch TV, I can go ahead and stop looking out the window. I've already got the shades down. I can watch this. Looks like probably about a 43 to 50, probably a 50-inch Samsung 4K television. Right above that television is going to be a Bose probably 300 or 500 soundbar right here. And then I also have my Sony Blu-ray player right here. Additional storage on both sides of this right here. And if you ever wonder what this piece is here, that goes all the way down your slide here. That is a structural reinforcing beam. So that way your slide does not dip down in the middle. If you have a coach that doesn't have one of those, you might want to ask, why didn't they put a structural support beam? So there was a recall with a major manufacturer because they didn't do that. So Newmar, again, when you know the difference, they take care of you. I've got a bed right under here. So this bed folds out. So if you've got guests, friends, family, grandkids, they have a nice little place to sleep. And then if it's usually just going to be the two of you, you've got two really comfortable recliners right here. So additional storage here. So a very deep drawer and two places for your beverages. Again, these are soft close again. And then you'll notice I have a lot more storage here, and that goes pretty deep. And this is kind of angular, so it's a little broken up, so it's not too boxy for you. And a little storage place right here as well. And then throughout this coach, I have not been pointing it out as much as I should have, but throughout this coach, I've got 110 and USB-A outlets everywhere. On the passenger side there and the driver's side, there's going to be a little charging station. You just put your compatible phone on that and it will wirelessly charge that. All right, so let's move up to the very front here. Just about done. Again, thank you for spending so much time with me today. So here I'm going to turn on this Spartan. So that Cummins is starting up. We're on the Spartan K2 chassis, 450 horsepower, 1,250 foot-pounds of torque, and 8.9. That's an 8.9 liter Cummins. So you'll see the person's getting an average fuel economy here of 6.7 miles per gallon, which is pretty typical for what we're looking at right here. And this has a odometer reading of 31,549 miles. So they definitely, this wasn't just stuck in someone's garage and just sitting there. This was being used, but for the amount of use this has, man, it is in such great shape. So with this right here, I've got the newer dash right here. This has the collision mitigation system built into it. It also has the comfort drive built into it. So it's really is going to give you this the safe. It has all the a lot of the modern safety pieces that you're going to want from a coach. Spartan is great. They have, like, between people ask me Freightliner or Spartan, everybody's got their favorite, but it's kind of like Ford or Chevy. You know, they're both making great products. You can debate little parts of it, right? But at the end of the day, they're both really good companies. They're both manufactured in America by hardworking Americans. Spartan's up in Michigan, Freightliner's down in Gaffney, South Carolina. I really respect both companies. And then you have Newmar, which is built really. I think beyond just my opinion, objectively, Newmar is the best built motorhome manufacturer in North America. Not comparing it to Prevost, although I do prefer full wall slides, which Prevost does not give you, but you know, those are a different class. If you want to spend $3.5 million on a Prevost, that's a different class. So with this right here, just want to thank you for joining me. Just go over some basic stuff real fast. We're looking at the 2020 Newmar Dutch Star 4369. This stock number is 5U241258. Wiley decor, Wiley graphics, and the wicker glazed maple hardwood high gloss cabinets. On-guard collision system we mentioned. It's got the all induction system, omnidirectional 360 view camera, so you can see all around your coach. Makes it super easy to drive. This is set up for a tripod satellite dish. Those Gerard Nova awnings are amazing. Sleep Number Premier mattress. this is the perfect coach for you and your family to get out there in the mountains and tow something up to 15,000 pounds. So please give me a ring. You can reach me at Transwest Truck Trailer RV. My name is Chris Capper. My phone number is 813-333-2988. Thank you so much and happy camping.